Okay, check this out. Loog has sent me this new 6-string guitar. It's the All New Loog Pro 6, and I'm lucky enough to have a first-hand experience with it. It's brand new at Loog, and they sent it to me to give you a review. So I'm gonna give you the best review I possibly can on this instrument. It's not for everyone, I'm gonna tell you that. And later on in the video, I'm gonna tell you exactly who this instrument is for. This is clearly not the 3-string guitar that we're used to seeing me play and teach songs on. Why? Because Loog has expanded their whole repertoire of guitars. And this one is specifically designed for new players, beginner players. Yeah, you parents. Let's talk about what we're gonna go over today. I'm gonna talk about my likes instantly on this. I'm gonna talk about my dislikes about this instrument. I'm gonna talk about the specs, what's its build, how does it sound, how does it work. I'm also gonna talk about some of the things that makes this a very specific guitar. I'm gonna talk about who this guitar is for, and more importantly, I'm gonna talk about who this guitar isn't for. So get ready for a full review, and if you want to, click the chapters below so you can skip to the parts you're interested in, and make sure that you follow us here at Loog Nation with all the reviews we have of all the Loog instruments. This is a really special video because Loog has sent me this new Loog Pro 6-string guitar to give a review. I'm so happy, and I want to thank Loog Guitars for giving me the opportunity to be one of the first people to give this a full review on this brand new model of a 6-string guitar from Loog. Thanks. Okay, let's talk about what I like about this guitar. I'm telling you what, if you're a new player and you want to play 6 strings, it's a really fun guitar to get your hands on. The build is really small and compact. I love how thin the body is, but all the sound that you actually get out of this hollow body acoustic guitar. I really like the fact that you can get a pretty good sound out of this guitar like you would with a 3/4 or a half-size guitar from like Yamaha or Fender. This gives you access to movability, any shape and size person. It's kind of like a leisure guitar. I could hang out on my couch and chill and play. The body size is just enough, and I really like how thin it is. The other thing I really like is the neck. It's made of maple, and it's nice and thin, so my fingers can grab all of the strings really well. I'm also very impressed with the action on the nylon strings. We'll talk about the nylon strings in a second. The action is nice and low. Really smart design here. A lot of less expensive guitars tend to have a really high action, meaning the distance between the string and the fretboard. And this Loog Pro 6 has got a really low action, which makes it really easy to squeeze the strings onto the fretboard. I love that about this. I'm really happy with the sound that comes out of this instrument. I thought it would be kind of tinny or maybe sound like a toy. Let me say this, I've said it about the 3-string guitars as well. Loog is not a toy. It's a real guitar made of real wood and real gears and real strings, and it's a real instrument. I think it's really accessible to anybody who's starting off. It's definitely a perfect size for an adult, a teen, a tween. If you have a younger player who's really advanced, maybe they'd be building themselves into this. I think this is a great transition instrument from all you 3-string players out there at Loog Nation who are looking to level up into a new guitar. Check this out. They also have an electric version, which I'd love to get my hands on. Loog, you out there? I'd love to get my hands on that, give you a review on that one as well. But today we're just focusing on the acoustic guitar. I think this is a cool travel instrument as well. Throw it in the gig bag, off you go. Campsite, maybe you're just doing a day travel and you want to hang out and jam with some friends. This is really easy to lug around. It's only 4 pounds. It's really light. What's that? That's 1.9 kilograms. That's my quick take on the Loog Pro 6, all the things I like. Use my code WILL10 to get yourself 10% off your entire order. If you're interested in this Loog, buy it today. Get yourself a strap, get yourself a gig bag, hang out and fall in love with playing guitar. This Loog Pro 6 is designed specifically for you, the new player. So go play. Here are the cons to this all new Loog Pro 6. Let's go. Even though I was raving about the nylon strings, yeah, it's a con. As a player, I want a steel string guitar, and their old model had steel strings. But I get why they didn't put steel strings on this new model. They are specifically gearing this towards people who are starting off, who are just beginning to learn how to play guitar. So they made it more accessible. As a player, I would have loved a small scale acoustic with steel strings. But I guess that's why they made the electric version as well. I'll have to get my hands on that. I would say another con is the body is well made, but it's small. And so I'm not getting as big a sound as I want. I don't know. Guys, this is hard for me. I'm having a hard time thinking of cons. Simply because I know exactly who this guitar is for. I'm having a hard time poking any holes in the problems with this guitar. I'd say if anything, maybe they could have made the body a little bit bigger for anybody who is interested in a bigger sound. This is not a half guitar, and this is not a 3/4 guitar. This is specifically a beginner's guitar with a very thin hollow body. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the specs. All right, this is a short scale instrument. It's compact and yet sounds really nice up and down on the neck. This neck is made of maple, which is a really strong, beautiful, easy to play fretboard. The body is basswood, and it's compact both in size this way, and you can tell it's really short. It's a nice, thin body that produces a really good amount of sound. I'm impressed with the resonance that comes out of this hollow body acoustic guitar. Yes, we've got 6 strings. These strings are made of nylon, which you normally find on a classical guitar. But a classical guitar can be too much for young players. The neck is too wide, the strings are really far apart, the body might be too thick or too big. So I really like that Loog put nylon strings on this 6-string beginner adult guitar. What else? Well, I mean, you got all the things you normally need. Really nice gear. I feel like I've been playing this for a while and it's holding tune pretty well. I know out of the box, it was really out of tune, so I would say give yourself a day or two of tuning it multiple times until it settles. But for the most part, this guitar settled into tune pretty quickly. It comes in a lot of colors. Like, they sent me the seafoam green, which I think is kind of cool. Like, got this retro thing. I also like that the new design has a cutaway. So if I'm wanting to like work on some higher riffing or soloing, I've got the ability to reach all of the frets. The old design was not a cutaway, and I think it made it hard to reach all of the frets on this short scale neck. You've got options to get a strap, which is available at the website. They've got 2 pegs for you here and here. So that's nice. You've got a peg here, and you also have a peg down here. So you can put a strap on and you can hang out and not worry about it slipping out of your lap. I'm very impressed with the fact that it keeps tune really well and that they chose nylon strings. Let's talk about these nylon strings. Such an interesting choice. But I'll tell you what, for a new player, I've always been asked for newer players, can I put nylon strings on a normal 6-string guitar? Well, you could, but it wouldn't sound as good, or it just would be difficult to string itself. And Loog solved the problem by just giving you nylon strings. Why? Because nylon strings don't hurt as much when you're starting off as a player. You can squeeze and grab your chords really easily. You can play some scales pretty well. I like that it's got a lot of good action. You can do all your bends and slides. One of the advantages of having a nylon string as a beginning guitar player is you get the satisfaction of playing for longer because your fingers aren't hurting from squeezing steel strings. That's kind of cool. I also really like that they put nylon strings on a 6-string steel acoustic guitar frame. This is not that wide of a neck. It's pretty standard when compared to other steel string 6-string guitars. And I appreciate that they're just giving you the introduction to what a 6-string steel string guitar would feel like, but they're giving you the access and the ease of nylon strings. Yes, all you guitarists out there are gonna be shouting, or please, maybe you're already leaving a comment of like, yeah, nylon strings are terrible, who wants to play that? Well, I'll tell you this guitar is not for you. Let's talk about who this guitar is for. I think Loog is a really smart company. They want to give access to people who want to play guitar. And their goal is to get guitars in the hands of newer players, right? I've been raving about the 3-string Loog guitar for years now because it allows me to help newer players start playing right away. Loog has grown as a company and they want to reach more people. Well, who are more people? Adults, like you. Like me. Maybe you're a teen or a tween, but I think this guitar is focused towards parents and adults, grown-ups who have that bucket list, and that thing on the bucket list that they want to check off the most is learn how to play guitar. And I believe that the Loog Pro 6, this new one, is going to give access to all you out there who've been wondering, can I actually play guitar? Will I ever be able to learn? I think this guitar is for anyone who's been wanting to play for years and never had a chance to learn because they were too afraid, or maybe it just hurt too much. Imagine if you got this instrument and your little kid had a 3-string Loog and you were learning the guitar at the same time. This is the brilliance of this company. It allows growth on any level. And this all-new Loog Pro 6 is the way to introduce anyone who's starting off from the very beginning to a 6-string guitar, to checking off that little mark on your bucket list of I have learned how to play guitar. I totally believe that this is a perfect beginner guitar for anyone wanting to play. This is who the guitar is not for. Anyone who's ever played any guitar ever. All you dads out there who've been really awesome and chiming in here at Loog Nation, this guitar is not for you. I know you know how to play guitar. I know you have a guitar or 2 or 3. This is not for anyone who's had any access to playing guitar ever. This is specifically a guitar for newbies, okay? You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be like, why are there nylon strings? You're gonna be like, oh, the sound is a little hollow or tinny or small. You're gonna maybe get frustrated with the fact that it's such a short neck. Yeah, because you know how to play guitar. This is not the guitar for you. I'm just gonna say that because it's not. Anyone who's ever played guitar before is not gonna like this guitar. Well, there you have it. This is my take on the new Loog Pro 6 acoustic 6-string guitar. I want to be really clear of who this guitar is for. It's for you, the person watching this video right now who's curious and has always wanted to play guitar. This is the guitar for you. Yeah, I mean, I am well over 30 years old and I'm loving playing this guitar. And I know that as a teacher, this would be a great guitar to get your hands on for a pretty decent price to get you started. Use my code WILL10 to get yourself 10% off your entire order. If you're interested in this Loog, buy it today. Get yourself a strap, get yourself a gig bag, hang out and fall in love with playing guitar. This Loog Pro 6, it's designed specifically for you, the new player. So, go play. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more videos, especially lessons on the 3-string guitar, and I'll do some follow-up videos on this 6-string guitar to let you know how it's going a few months from now. Just to see if it's holding up to all the things I've enjoyed right here. And I hope you enjoy playing guitar no matter which guitar you choose. All right, we'll see you next time. Be well.